right now, at this exact moment, inside the servers of the world's most valuable companies, something is running. It doesn't take breaks. It doesn't ask for a raise. It doesn't make the news. But it is quietly replacing entire layers of work that used to require human beings. It's not a robot. It's not a chatbot. And it's nothing like what most people think of when they hear the words artificial intelligence. Today, we're going inside that system. This is the information the boardrooms already have. Now it's yours. Why? Almost everyone is getting AI wrong. Let's go back to the beginning. When the internet arrived, humans adapted by searching. Google became a reflex. Then AI gave us large language models, LLMs, and most of the world adapted by treating them like a better search engine, a glorified autocomplete with confidence. But here's the truth that the majority of users are still missing. That was just stage 2. When you prompt an AI, you are still in the loop every single step. You guide it, you correct it, you wait for the output. You paste it somewhere else, you prompt again. That's not automation, that's delegation, and it requires you. The real shift isn't about AI getting smarter. It's about AI getting autonomous. An AI agent is not waiting for your next message. It already knows its next move. The difference sounds subtle. The economic consequences are not. Think about what that means. A chatbot is a hired advisor who answers when you call. An agent is a hired driver. You tell them the destination, hand over the keys, and they handle the traffic, the route, and every turn along the way. That single shift is what separates the companies growing at 3x right now from the ones still debating whether to try AI at all. What's actually running under the hood? Here's what almost nobody outside of AI labs will tell you clearly. An agent isn't a single brain. It's a coordinated team of 4 specialized functions, all running in sequence, in milliseconds, invisibly. At the center is the same language model you already know. But surrounding it are 4 workers that transform it from a text generator into an autonomous operator. The analyst scans your data, emails, sales notes, support tickets, product feedback, and extracts what matters. Not what you told it to look for, what actually matters based on context and signal. The planner takes that raw insight and builds a sequence. It doesn't just answer the question, it architects the solution. Step 1. Step 2. Dependencies identified. Edge cases anticipated. The operator executes. It writes the report. It sends the email. It places the order. It logs the result. This is the worker that reaches into external systems, your calendar, your inbox, your databases, and takes action. The auditor reviews everything before it ships. Weak logic, flagged. Missing context, added. Sloppy conclusion, revised. The auditor is the quality gate that separates a reliable agent from a reckless one. Give an agent one recurring task tonight and watch all 4 workers surface in real time. That's the anatomy becoming visible. Together, these 4 workers handle what used to require a junior analyst, a coordinator, a writer, and a reviewer, simultaneously without a single check-in from you. Why agents adapt when everything else breaks? In the 1970s, an Air Force colonel named John Boyd studied a paradox from the Korean War. American F-86 pilots were consistently defeating Soviet MiG fighters despite the MiG being technically superior. Faster, higher ceiling, more power on paper. Boyd's finding was deceptively simple. The American pilots could see more from their cockpits, and critically, they could adapt faster. They processed the changing situation and made new decisions before the enemy could respond to their last move. He called this the OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, act. This is now the operating principle of modern AI agents. And it's what separates a true agent from a glorified automation script. An automated workflow is obedient. You design the sequence, you anticipate the conditions. When conditions change, it fails. Not because it's broken, because it was designed to follow, not to think. An agent, when the first path fails, does something fundamentally different. It observes the new reality. It reorients around what changed. It decides on a new route. And it acts without waiting to be told. This is the question every business leader should be asking right now. When your automated process hits an unexpected condition, does the system stall and wait for a human? Or does it reroute and complete the mission? A workflow follows a process. An agent can rewrite the process. That's not a small distinction. It's the entire value proposition. The GPS check: why most agent deployments fail. Here's the part of the AI agent conversation that almost nobody is having, and it might be the most important insight in this entire video. An agent is not a correction mechanism. It is a multiplier. It takes whatever thinking you put in, clear or vague, precise or sloppy, and runs it at scale, at speed, with full confidence. Give it a clear goal, defined proof of success, and step-by-step logic. It delivers extraordinary results. Give it a vague goal, no way to verify the outcome, and hand-wavy instructions. It will drive your business strategy directly into a wall, faster than any human ever could, and with complete conviction. Before you deploy any agent, any workflow, any task handoff, run what we call the GPS check. 3 questions, non-negotiable. G. Goal. Can you define the objective in one single unambiguous sentence? Not a paragraph. Not a vague direction. One sentence. If you cannot do that, you are not ready to automate. Proof. Can you define what success looks like? How will you know specifically that the agent did the job correctly? What does good output look like? What does bad output look like? Without this, you have no feedback loop. SE. Steps. Can you describe every step of the process clearly without hand-waving? Not use your judgment or figure out the best approach. Every single step mapped. The winners who master AI agents won't just be engineers. They'll be the people who understand their work deeply enough to define it precisely. That gap between those 2 instructions is exactly where the mess lives. The first instruction generates mediocre output indefinitely. The second one builds a system that compounds over time. The companies winning with AI right now aren't the ones deploying the most agents. They're the ones deploying the most precisely defined ones. Why? The biggest opportunity is the smallest possible focus. There's a pattern emerging from the organizations actually generating ROI from AI agents, and it runs completely counter to the way AI gets sold. The pitch is always broad. Automate everything. Deploy across every department, transform your entire operation, and companies buy that pitch and then struggle to point to a single measurable result 6 months later. The teams actually winning, they found the smallest possible problem, the most specific, recurring, painful task that the most people had been manually tolerating for years, and they solved that. Only that, completely. Imagine you're at an industry conference. A product demo is running. The agent on stage is handling one very specific task, collecting field data for one type of customer in one type of situation. It's a beta. It glitches twice. But when the QR code appears at the end of the demo, every single hand in the room goes up, every phone out, because it solved a problem every person in that room had been living with for a decade. That is the formula. Not the broadest solution. The deepest solution to the narrowest pain. Here's the test you can run today. Whether you're building a product, pitching to a client, or automating inside your own organization, find a highly specific task that people absolutely hate doing, but have to do repeatedly. That task is worth more than you think. On the business side, the same principle applies at a civilizational scale. For every software company that exists today, for every tool, every platform, every SaaS product, there will be an agent company attempting to make it obsolete. The winners won't be the ones who build the broadest agents first. They'll be the ones who understand one workflow, one market, and one user pain better than everyone else on the planet. Narrow focus isn't a limitation. It's the strategy, what becomes expensive when intelligence gets cheap. We are entering what may be the most significant economic decoupling in the history of organized work. For most of modern history, your income was tied to your hours, even at the executive level. Even running billion-dollar decisions, you were still trading time for output. Your attention was the scarce resource. AI agents are breaking that link. For the first time in history, the work can scale without the worker scaling with it. The agent does the execution, you deploy the judgment, and that changes everything about what's valuable. Content is becoming infinite. Code is approaching zero marginal cost. Analysis, reports, summaries, anyone with access to a capable agent can generate these on demand. The output is no longer scarce. So if output becomes infinite, what becomes expensive? Judgment, the ability to define what good actually looks like before the agent runs. The ability to recognize when the output is wrong, even when the agent is confident. The ability to set the destination precisely enough that the hired driver doesn't drive you off a cliff. That is the skill that compounds now, not the ability to use AI faster, the ability to define work more precisely. Every time you define a task clearly enough for an agent to run it, you are not just training the system. You are clarifying your own standards. You are learning what good looks like. Yes, certain roles are being reshaped. The junior analyst who ran the same report every Monday, the coordinator who spent half their week chasing status updates, the paralegal who processed routine documents at $80 an hour. These aren't disappearing overnight, but the ceiling on their value has dropped, and that drop is accelerating. But disruption has never only removed value. Every major technological shift in history has created categories of work that didn't exist before. Before the internet, nobody had job descriptions that included online community manager or SEO strategist. The question has never been whether the shift happens. It is whether you shape it or get shaped by it. That is where your value moves, not into the machine, into the judgment that guides the machine. Ironically, AI at full scale will make human work less robotic. The mechanical parts get automated. What remains is strategy, creativity, taste, the decision about what's worth building and why. That's the inside view. If this gave you a new way to see what's actually happening, share it with someone still stuck in stage 2. We'll see you inside the next one.